5th Squadron, 15th Cavalry, Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Pulaski.
Okay, I'm not usually supposed to touch the microphone. From the quarters, Command Sergeant Major Tompkins, distinguished guests, friends and family of Charlie Troop and Delta Company, thank you for attending today's ceremony. Thanks also for bearing with us during the last minute changes. I can tell from the attendance today that everybody got the news. In fact, some people are probably here for the infantry graduation based on that. Thank you all for being here. This graduation is a bit unusual because we're indoors. Additionally, it's not every day that we get to do a joint graduation between 19 Kilo companies of 181 Armor and the 19 Delta Troops of 515 Cavalry. This only happens about 4 or 5 times a year and is always a memorable occasion. Today, at the same time, we welcome the newest members of the Army whose purpose it is to find the enemy on the battlefield, along with the newest members whose purpose it is to fix and destroy them. Today, the Army receives 261 new well-trained warriors who are prepared to join teams across the world to fight and win our nation's wars. As I think about it historically, these young men standing out here are joining organizations that trace their lineage back as far as the American Revolution. But with a nod to Corp Lund, the cavalry armor comes from a tie even further back. From the heavy mail knights and the crusaders, mounted on dressiers and coursers, fighting agile Turkish Saracens on Arabian stallions. To the mounted archers and the lumber khans, mounted on steps ponies. This is the essence of the mounted profession of arms. Esprit, elan, dashing boldness. Additionally, today this marks Delta Company's first graduation since standing up in the fall, and Captain Russo, the commander of Charlie Troop's last graduation, so change out command in a few weeks. There's only one word I can think of to describe such a coincidence of events and circumstances. It's awesome. I'm very proud of what all these young men have accomplished. I'm impressed by the way they've attacked their training and rose to every challenge, by the effort and sweat poured into every PT session, footmarch, range, and blocking instruction. These men have been tested, and they have met the challenge. But I'll tell you honestly, I'm even more impressed by their willingness to serve, by their humble devotion to this country that has led them to raise their right hands and swear to defend it. It always amazes me, in the time of persistent conflict, we have a continuous stream of volunteers who arrive here ready and willing to serve, place themselves in harm's way in the defense of this nation. Less than 25% of our nation's population even qualifies for military service. Less than 1/2% voluntarily serve their country in uniform. These men before you have taken up that challenge willingly, and I am humbled by their sensitivity. I am happy to contradict Lady Gaga, however, when I assert that they were not just born that way. She might take offense to that because she's injured. To a very large degree, those of you sitting in the audience today have helped make them. You have instilled and inspired courage, duty, and honor in these young men. Their base values, imparted by family and friends, are congruent with the Army core values. I would like to humbly thank the parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, and children of these men, who have not actively encouraged them to serve, but at least indulged in their desires. You are all part of the Army family. A friend of the squadron recently asked me to remind the families of our soldiers that the family service is important as well. That the family's contributions, their sacrifices, and their commitment should be honored and recognized. Some of you may not know, but the families of men and women serving the armed forces have their own banner to recognize their contributions. I would encourage all of you to display your Blue Star flags proudly to remind the other 99.5% why they can enjoy the freedom to protest, while your sons, grandsons, brothers, cousins, and husbands prevent the enemies of this nation from truly occupying Wall Street. So thank you, family. The men standing out here know more than they can ever repay. Soldiers, please give your families a round of applause. It's okay, what you should do, but another group of men here today to exemplify the value of service. Since October, the cadre members from Charlie Troop and Delta Company have been 100% committed to the task of transforming volunteers into U.S. Army soldiers. The drill sergeants, cavalry instructors, tank commanders, and troop and company leadership are some of the most professional soldiers and non-commissioned officers with whom I've had a chance to serve. I'm sure you've heard from some of them, or stories about some of them, over the phone or while your sons were on holiday block leave. You probably got a chance to meet some of them at last night's graduation dinner. By now you know that the rumors are probably greatly exaggerated. That Senior Drill Sergeant Wilson is in fact the big man, but he does not eat privates for breakfast. That Drill Sergeant Shea is not in fact hiding horns under his hat. And Drill Sergeant Evans does not have to tuck his tail in his PT shorts before a run. What you didn't see or hear about are the countless hours they have dedicated and the personal sacrifices they have endured in order to train the soldiers who are standing here today. Please join me in a round of applause for the cadres. As I introduce our guest speaker this morning, I would like to return to my theme of service. We are very fortunate to have with us a veteran soldier and leader who epitomizes the Army values, particularly that of selfless service. Lieutenant Colonel retired Ray Lacey is a veteran of the Texas National Guard with 18 years of service. He is currently also the Assistant Chief of Police for Goose Creek School District in Baytown, Texas, it's a suburb of Houston. His son, Private Lacey, is graduating today from from Charlie Troop, and is on his way to airborne school and then to the base station in Fort Bragg. I cannot imagine a finer example of a professional soldier to speak to today's graduates. Please join me in a warm welcome to Lieutenant Colonel retired Ray Lacey.
Leadership opportunities I was given in the military provided an additional edge, made a difference for me in my civilian career. Climb that ladder quickly. Some would say 30 years wasn't quickly, it was longer. Most of us, that's pretty quick. As you stand here today, you've completed the first hurdle of your military career, that being your one-station unit training. This is a special day. I want you to remember something. This is only the first of many chapters of your military education. I want you to strive to continue enhancing your military skills, constantly learning while keeping the skills you've developed. As you report to your first duty unit, follow the guidance of the non-commissioned officers assigned over here. They have the knowledge, wisdom, and ability to continue to grow as a soldier. I want to also ask you to remember three hallowed words: duty, honor, and courage. Duty, to uphold the oath you took when you were sworn into the military. Honor, to always act and be respectful, showing honor even when others may act less than honor. And courage, be courageous in all aspects of your life, both personal and your military life. Graduates, as we leave here today, each of us is very proud of your accomplishments and your commitment to protecting the freedom of our nation. Thank you, and may God bless you and keep you safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the soldiers graduating today come from many parts of the United States. The flags of the 50 states, proudly displayed from the ceiling of Freedom Hall, symbolizes the broad base of our national defense. As the completion of each training cycle, soldiers are selected for awards based on their achievements in the various areas of one station unit training. All of the soldiers are eligible for these awards and thus have competed for them over the past 15 to 16 weeks. The leaders most responsible for the training of the soldiers are the drill sergeants. The Department of the Army carefully selects each drill sergeant from the top 10% of all staff sergeants and sergeant first classes. The Drill Sergeant of the Cycle Award is presented to the drill sergeant who best exemplifies the qualities of leadership and honor, whose performance contributed most to the successful completion of the 19 Delta Cavalry Scout and the 19 Kilo Armored Group. Reciting the Drill Sergeant's Creed today are the Drill Sergeants of the Cycle for Charlie Troop and Delta Company, Drill Sergeant Madrano and Drill Sergeant Pine.
I'm Drill Sergeant. I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally fit soldier, capable of defeating any enemy in today's armed outfit.
I would instill pride in all I train, pride in self, in the Army, and in country.
I will insist that each soldier needs to maintain the Army standard, the military bearing, and courtesy, consistent with the highest tradition of the U.S. Army.
I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task that I would not do myself.
But first, last, and always, I am an American soldier, sworn by the Constitution of the United States, against all enemies, both foreign and domestic.
I am the Drill Sergeant.
At this time, the reviewing party will present the awards. Please hold all applause until all awards have been given. The Drill Sergeant of the Cycle is presented to the Drill Sergeant who best expresses the qualities of leadership, honor, and whose performance contributed most to the successful completion of the 19 Delta and 19 Kilo training cycles. These cycles' recipient for Charlie Troop is Drill Sergeant Madrano, and for Delta Company is Drill Sergeant Pyle. The Association of the United States Army Patent Award is presented to the soldier of each training cycle who best expresses the qualities of leadership, honor, initiative, loyalty, high morale, courage, positive attitude, and consistent competitive spirit which inspires peers and cadre alike. This cycle's awardee for Charlie Troop is Private First Class Rajak, and for Delta Company is Private First Class Tichy. The Draper Leadership Award is presented to the soldier who has shown the most leadership skills throughout the cycle and potential for future leadership roles. This cycle's awardee for Charlie Troop is Private First Class Lou, and for Delta Company is Specialist Gross. The High Physical Fitness Award is presented to the soldier who scores the highest on the final Army Physical Fitness test. This test includes sit-ups, push-ups, and the 2-mile run. This cycle's awardee for Charlie Troop is Private First Class Rajak, and for Delta Company is Private First Class Lang. The High Marksmanship Award is presented to the soldier who achieves the highest score on the M16 Basic Rifle Marksmanship course. This cycle's awardee for Charlie Troop is Private Barnett, and for Delta Company is Private Axford. In addition, the 101 Armor Regiment conducts N9 pistol marksmanship course during their advanced individual training. This cycle's awardee for Delta Company is Private First Class Anthony. The instructor of the cycle is presented to the instructor who contributed most to the successful mission of training 19 Delta Cavalry Scouts and 19 Kilo Armored Crewmen. This cycle's recipient is, for Charlie Troop, Staff Sergeant Panning, for Delta Company, Sergeant Rios. The Outstanding Support Award is presented to an individual who made a significant contribution in the support of the unit's mission. This cycle support award is awarded to, for Charlie Troop, Miss Camilla Tu, and for Delta Company, Miss Amanda Pittman. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all these awardees. At this time, the Patton Award winner will move back to the podium and present the guest speaker with a token of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Soldier's Creed is the standard for all soldiers to live by. The Soldier's Creed helps soldiers understand that despite very diverse backgrounds, all soldiers are warriors and members of the team. We invite all soldiers, both past and present, to stand and join us as the Patton Award winner, Private First Class Rajak, will lead his brothers in reciting the Soldier's Creed. Delta Cavalry Scouts and 19 Kilo Armored Crewmen, the graduates of Charlie Troop, 5th Squadron, 15th Cavalry Regiment, and Delta Company, 1st Battalion, 81st Armor Regiment. Please rise and remain standing for the playing of the Army Song and the departure of the official party.
Come on!
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation ceremony. Family members are more than welcome to come take pictures with their soldiers. However, all soldiers will have to board their bus in 15 minutes. Have a great day, remain safe,